Hello everyone, it's time for a new Eternal set, and therefore, a new Epoch. That's right, we're going to be doing Epoch Infestation. So, this is not meant to be a good deck, but it might be fun. I'm hoping that it'll be an interesting test in any case. What we are going to be doing today is there is a brand new set in Eternal, and we have found Epoch Infestation is one of the cards that a lot of people wanted to just check out, look at. It's kind of wild, and it seems like it's got a lot of interesting potential. So I am going to try and do something very dumb with it. Epoch Infestation can attack or block unless you play 2 or more spells or cockroaches that turn. And then Surge, which is a new ability, so whenever you gain an influence, not a power, specifically when you gain influence, you can move each spell and Clockroach in your deck up 1 card. Okay, so what do we do with that? It's pretty strange. But what I thought is there are some very interesting new cards that can kind of work with it. One of them is very bad, and a couple of them look kind of good. Let's go to the very bad one first. Reflection. This card sucks. I'm going to be straight up honest. But I think that it might fit what we're trying to do. So it's very cheap. Draws cards. We want to be able to do that because we want to be able to draw the extra Clockroaches and spells that we're moving up. And we're going to be adding a lot of Destiny and Revenge into our deck. So we want to be able to just constantly chain through our cards. Reflection lets us do that. It has a big cost. That cost is that we let our opponent draw a card for the cost of us drawing a card. Like, this is card disadvantage on the face of it. Your opponent gets to draw 2 cards, you get to draw 2 cards, but you spent a power and a card to do it. You're down a card and down a power. Not good. Like, that's after the revenge, too. So anyways, not exactly what you want to be doing most of the time, but I'm trying to make it work here. We've got an advantage of having cheap spells can let this crack in, and it is very large. We also have Shared Vision. These are the 2 possibly good cards, or at least interesting cards. Shared Vision, so again, Revenge, and then we exhaust 2 of our units to move the top card, to give the top card of our deck Destiny, which with Epoch Infestation is pretty interesting because we get to constantly move up spells and Clockroaches, so we're a lot less likely to hit power, because you'll notice it doesn't say non-power card. You can just give a power on the top of your deck Destiny, which is fine. It's still somewhat helpful, but it's not incredible, and this can kind of negate a little bit of that problem. The other card that I actually found kind of interesting is Seed of Creation. So we get to draw a random power and a random non-power from our deck. And that's kind of useful because we might get into a point where we've played Epoch Infestation and we need to get up to like 8 power or something so we can play multiple things a turn. And we might have trouble doing that because we've been moving spells and Clockroaches up. This will let us find power cards. And then, of course, just drawing a random non-power is also kind of nice, too. Like, with the things that we're going to be doing to add a bunch of Destiny, then it's an interesting card to have at least. We don't really care about the 2 fire deal 2 damage to the enemy player, but hey, it's gravy. Besides that, the rest of the deck is trying to copy extra Clockroaches, give them abilities on Crown, and then, of course, just trying to get extra Destiny copies onto all of our spells. So we want to be able to get them onto Clockroach, and we can do that off of the Crown of Possibilities. Like, again, like I said, getting Destiny is really big in this, but also we can do that on all of our spells with the Shared Vision and with Diogo Málaga, Elonze. So when we play the top spell of our deck can get Destiny by amplifying this. So we can do that multiple times, get into a bunch of power, and go off. So that's what we're going to try and do. Messenger Hawk is to make extra copies of Clockroach or extra copies of like Shared Visions, things like that. We've got Temple Scribe to continue to draw through our deck and give us a little bit of block early in the game, let us set things up. We've got Trailmaker to help with the Surge, help fix power, which obviously is going to help with the Surge, and help us ramp up to do things like Diogo. Obviously, the Clockroaches are there just to trigger Epoch Infestation to work with Crown of Possibilities. The Power Stone also to just kind of ramp us up. And then Call for Aid, same kind of thing. Ramp us up, draw us more cards. We want to be drawing cards constantly because we're going to be trying to give them Destiny, but they're still going to be on the top of our deck. We want to be able to draw those cards off, so Call of Aid does a little bit of everything, right? It gives us a little bit of life, gives us a Power Stone to help ramp, draws us a card. I'm sure there's lots of better ways to do this. This is the first draft, but it's going to be a fun one. I've tried it a couple times, and it seems interesting. Then we also have Elysian Silex as a new card from this set, which is, these Silexes are sick. It's depleted unless we have 2-time or 2 Primal, and if we have both 2-time and 2 Primal, then we get a treasure trove on top of playing the power. And obviously, as we said, drawing is really important for this, for us to get the Destiny cards off the top right away, and also for extra spells for Epoch Infestation to allow it to attack or block. So Cylix is a really nice one to have here. And yeah, that's the deck. I'm going to try this out, and we'll see how it goes. We're going to see if we can chain together a whole lot of shared vision reflection nonsense and draw just through most of our deck and crash through with Epoch Infestation. Not sure how it'll work, but I did manage to win a game or two already, so I'm interested. Let's try this out.